I'd like to welcome you out today. Uh, my name is Ron Jordan, and this is lesson number 3 in the series of 5. Uh, Today we're going to discuss memories, and as defined by FamilySearch, memories are photos, documents, stories, and audio that you can put on each one of your FamilySearch's ancestors. Okay? Before we get started on memories, just wanted to let you look at my contact information. If you have any questions on any of these videos, you can get a hold of me by email or calling, or go straight to Family History Customer Service in Salt Lake, and there's their number also. I respond really quickly to the emails more than anything. Okay, we're going to talk about memories. And as I mentioned, FamilySearch defines memories as photos, documents, stories, and audio. And what we want to do is, let me show you. Let's go to, I'm going to bring up Google, go to FamilySearch. And of course, I've got to sign in. Okay. Now, let me show you what I mean by how memories can make an individual come alive. Let's pick on one of my granddaughters, and who you have no idea, you don't know. Let's go to her person page. So I'm going to Family Tree. Let me find her. She's a granddaughter from my first daughter, and so she's up here. There we go. Okay, let's pick on Jessie right here. So if I go to her page, person page, and let me show you what her memories are like. And you had no idea before we started here what she is like or anything, or what she does. But here's her person page, and you can see she has 62 memories. So I click on memories, and that will bring up those memories so I can see a little bit about her. So here you can see, here's Jessie. She does acting and is in the arts, and here she was in Beauty and the Beast. Here she had a prom. This is the dress she wore, and they both, this is one of her friends. And you can go down here and see she likes Taco Time or Taco Bell. So you can see from photos, you get an idea what she's like. You could add documents down here, create a story about her, and don't forget to use audio. And let me show you this thing on Jessie, this audio clip. So what I've shown you so far, you can see how that person can come alive, and you can have a feel for them, and it just makes your whole tree a lot cuter all the way around, or a lot more solid. Okay, let me show you now. Where are the memories? How do you get them in, and what do you do with them? So if you go up to FamilySearch, and last week we looked at search, and instead of going to search, let's click on memories. Now there's an overview you don't have to worry about, and I'll talk. And let's look at the gallery. That's where all of the pictures are in. Now, this FamilySearch has set up as kind of a giant, if you look at it, as a giant bucket. And any memory which you have to put into electronic form and then bring it into this gallery is here. And you can see I have over 800 pictures, documents, and audio files. Now, here's all of the pictures that I have added. And what I did first of all, though, is to take a picture, which I have, of something. My dad and mom had a lot of pictures that we took and converted them and put them in here of me and my brothers. But you have to create those in electronic form first. Most of you, if you have a printer, you can scan those in. Make sure you scan them in as a JPEG. Now, if you go up to and see where those large plus is, it's green one, and you click on it, it will say that you can bring in files that you have created in electronic format that are any of these. Okay. You can also, the church has just added this one recently, import any photos on Instagram, Facebook, or Google Pictures. Okay. So this is how you bring them in and work with them. So let me show you how I would do that. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and bring in a picture. Okay, and if you look right here, this says drag and drop photos. If you look on the screen over here, I have some pictures that I have scanned on my printer, and I'm going to grab one of these with my mouse and bring it right to here. And you can see the screen change and turn green. And there they're bringing that photo in, FamilySearch is. And there's the photo. Now, FamilySearch goes through and reviews each one of these to make sure it's in accordance with their standards. Okay. Now, once you get it in and it's reviewed by someone, then you can do a bunch of things with it. And let's go to this one right here because it's a lot larger and you can see it. So these are all the pictures. I can go now to this one and let's say what can I do with it. So if I click on it, it will come up in a larger format. Now, this is when the first thing you should do is tag it. And what that means is this individual right here, if you click on it, his face or somewhere around there, this will come up and then you will type in who that person is. At this point, once you do that, then that person, okay, let me go through here and show you what I mean. Let me get this back up again. Okay, this is where I want to, okay, it asks you who's in this memory. So then you type the name of the person and it will give you a bunch of suggestions, and here it is, and Andres. And what happens then, this picture will go to his personal memories. You can see right up here, and we'll look at that in a minute. Now, at this point in time, I can add some things. I can add a title, and this was Christmas 2020, and make sure I save it. I can go to the far right here and add all of these things. The date, description, I can add it to an album. I can record information. I can do a lot of things with that picture. And then you can see this person can come alive quickly. Now let's go to his person page. Just hang in there for a second. And you can see he has 30 memories in his person page. If I click on that, it will take me right to the memories. And here you can see, here's the memory, the first one, the photo that we brought in. And it's all set up. It has a title, and I can add the other items. And I can add them at this point in time too. But that's basically how you bring in any picture, document, or audio. It has to be in electronic form, and you can just bring it straight on in. Then you can do a lot of different things with it. Let's go back to memories, and let me show you some other things you can do. And we're going to go back to the gallery. Maybe. Okay, let's go up here. That's what I wanted. Click on the wrong button. Okay, when you're back to the gallery and you have all these different pictures in here, you can see that somebody from the church is looking at that picture now to make sure it's okay. Now, if you move your mouse over the pictures, see the little check mark that comes up. Now, what you can do, let's say we're going to select this one. Click on the check mark, and you can see right here, this new menu shows up. And if you go over to actions, I have selected that picture, and I can do some things with that. If I click on the down arrow, let's say I put it in crooked. I could rotate it up, there, down. I can download it. I can add it to an album, change it to a document. And one of the things they've just added, which a lot of people really like, is I can make it private, which means only I can see that one. If people look at his person page or in the gallery, they will not be able to see that. Only I can with my present account. Okay? So that's kind of a neat thing one way or another. Now, then I can unselect it. Now, let me show you something else. You can see I have 800 and some odd pictures in here. What if I wanted just pictures from my grandfather, let's say? I can create an album, and you can do it over here on the left. You can see the new album. Well, let's look at one that I have created. Here's an album from my grandfather, and here's one of our grandkids. Let's just do the grandkid. If I click on that album, what I have done is I have brought in pictures of Madison. She's one of the grandchildren that live here in this area in Oregon. And you can create pictures. Then what you can do then is you can add descriptions, so forth, all that, but you can do a slideshow now. So if I click on slideshow, and let's play the slideshow, it will walk through each one of those pictures now. And you can see she's a character. This was one at her school. And so I'm going to close that out. But now when you do an album, I can delete it here. I can record it. I can share it with anybody. I can put it on any of these sites. I can email that album out to somebody. So you can do this, by the way, with documents. It doesn't have to be all pictures. I just put them in there because they look cuter. And that's how you can do it very easily. Okay? Okay, let's go back to the gallery. Now, One of the things, I don't know if you knew, if you could see or not, but the picture I brought in was very small, and it is harder to see and harder for other people to see. So you can make that larger by doing a crop on it and getting a photos editor software. And let me show you let me walk you through this, because these are pictures from my mom in the 1940s and 50s. She did it with her little Eastman Kodak camera. And these are all only about 2 or 3, sometimes 3 or 4 inches that are square. So they don't correspond to the New World ones that are large than that. So you can make them larger. And let me show you how. I'm going to drop this down. And I went online, and you can go online and ask for a free photo editor. And there is a zillion of them that is out there. I came up with PhotoPad, and they downloaded it for free, and so you can go ahead and use that. Let me bring it up, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, here it is. And what you can do now, you can see it has a crop feature. So I'm going to grab this picture again, and I'm going to bring it into this software, and they're going to upload it for me. Okay. There is a zillions of different ones out here now of those. So here is the picture. So all you have to do then, get a free photo pad, go up here and click crop, and you can say the screen will change, and it will allow you to crop that picture. Okay, so what I can do is just move this crop to let's say right here, grab this, bring it in, and I don't like the top, seems really big to me. Let's bring it down some. And let's say that's what I want. So once I do that, I click on save. And I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and overwrite the one I have. So they're going to save it back for me. And see what happens. Now it is a large picture. And then you can take this one and bring it into FamilySearch. They give you, everyone's slightly different. What you're going to have to do is play with them and see what you can do. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you what it's like, that picture's like now. Jumped over to my other screen. You can see how much bigger it is now compared to what it was before. And then I can bring this into FamilySearch. I can't do it right now because it would be a duplicate of this one here, but you can bring it in exactly the same way. Okay? It can all be free, and it works out really well all the way around. Another thing you can do with your pictures is, let me go to a different tab. Those of you that have actually gone in and got a free and MyHeritage account, let's go to MyHeritage. You can, and I'm going to go to this tree. And here's MyHeritage, and I have logged into my account, which I get for free. If I go up to Family Tree, I can colorize the photos. Now, we have a lot of black and white photos. And I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And I have got one up here. I can bring that photo into here. MyHeritage will upload that photo, which is black and white right now. And here is the photo, black and white one. Then I can click on here, and now it's color. Let's see, we'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see. And they also have a new feature now where they make it sharper and go in. And so that's what they're doing on this one. I haven't used this part before. Hopefully. Okay, it took a little while, so I kind of cut it off, but it does enhance it and does clean it up. I brought in another photo. You can see this was the original. It's black and white, a little small, but then I can do color. Then what I can do is I can download that photo, and I usually download it to my desktop, and I can bring that into FamilySearch as a color photo. Okay, let's go back to FamilySearch. And let me show you a couple of other things. You can also do this with stories, pictures, all of the things one way or another. Okay, if you go up to memories at the top, and you can go, I'd recommend you go in and play with these different features. They're really pretty good. If I go up to memories up here, we looked at the gallery. You can also do, there's a couple of other parts of the menu, excuse me. If I click on people, let me show you what it does. These show people, all of your individuals in your tree. This one here is close relatives, and you can see if they have a picture or not. Okay, click on memories again. Let's go to the next one. Find. Let's say you don't have any photos of your great-great-grandfather. So the FamilySearch has set up where you can type in, and I'm just going to type in my last name. You can type in a name, and I'm going to ask them to see if they can find any memories that anybody has ever turned into them with the name of Jordan on it. So I can type that in there. And they found 10,000 photos that have the name Jordan. And you can be more specific, but then you can go through these and maybe you will find a picture of one of your one of your ancestors. Now you're going to have to figure out, with all these pictures, are these your ancestors? Here's a John Jordan. I have a John Jordan on my line, and I can bring in that picture to FamilySearch. And so this is kind of a neat picture all the way around. And a neat feature, I mean, one way or another. Now, excuse me, what I get from a lot of people is, how do I change my person page picture? So let's go to that just quickly. I'm going to go to my tree, and let's go to somebody's person's page. It doesn't matter, they're all the same. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. Let's do my dad. So if I click on him, bring up his person page, and look at the picture portrait that they have of him. The top left up here. Now, what you can do then, you can change this. If you click on it, you can edit it. I can replace it. I can remove it. Now, if I click on replace, I can then upload a new photo, or I can say, I don't want that picture, I want this one right here. And I could put this picture in my, instead of the one that's already in there. So this is a feature where you can change your, what they call the portrait picture on the person page one way or another. Okay? So lots of fun things, lots of ways to do it. Now, one thing that when the Family History Library is open, they have a Lexmark printer in there that you can bring in pictures to scan in, and it will send it straight to your gallery. What you do is you go to the printer and you follow the menu. It will ask you to log into FamilySearch. Then you can put your pictures on the carriage, or whatever you want to call it, and you can scan those in and they will go straight to your gallery as fast as they can do it. We had one lady that had over 4,000 pictures she wanted to put in. She was trying to do them at home, and it was taking her forever because their printer was very slow. And so once she took this class and found out she could do that, she brought them into the Family History Library, and you can put them in as fast as you can move them one way or another. Okay, that's all I have for you on memories today. But there is one other way that you can bring in pictures to the gallery, and that is you can do it by your phone. Now, my wife's the expert on this, so what I'd like to do is turn the time over to her and let her explain how you can do this and how you can utilize your phone. Okay? You're on.
We're going to talk about using our phones to bring in memories, and then also later some of the other aspects we can use on our phone. First of all, you need to find the Memories app in your Google Store, or if you're on an iPhone, you need to go into your store to find the Memories app. The Memories app is this tree surrounded by green. There are two different apps that have this tree on it, but you want the one that's surrounded by green. And it should say Memories, and it will say something about FamilySearch with it. If you look at this, you can see right here the Memories app. Once you have the Memories app in, it will ask you for a password. Use the same password that you have on FamilySearch. With mine, when I click on the Memories app, it brings up pictures that I already have in my phone and on the Memories app. To add these to your FamilySearch record, you click on this little plus, and it brings up 4 choices. Today, first thing we're going to talk about is add photo. It will ask you, do you want it from your camera or from a file? The file is talking about the file that's on your camera. If you click on camera, that means you want to take a picture right then, and that will be the picture that comes up. It may ask you, do you want recent photos, images, videos? Depends on what you already have on your phone. We're just going to talk about images right now. And you can see I have a lot of different images on my phone. I'm going to go to camera, and then I've gone through my pictures, and I want this one of my sister and her 2 daughters. So I click on that, and it brings it up, and it will ask you, do you want to crop this picture? And I am going to crop this. You will not be able to tell too much difference. It has this big white spot on it, but I've tried to get rid of it and I can't. But I want that picture of my sister. After I've cropped it, I would click on Save. And now it is in my FamilySearch memories. And it's also here on my phone showing that it has gone in. If you click on this add again, you can record videos. Say you're someplace and someone's telling you a story about your family. You can write a story. You can add a document. The phone app that we're going to talk about now is the Family Tree app. If you'll notice, it's the same tree, but it is surrounded by white. This app, again, you can get at the App Store. It's free, and you might have to say FamilySearch, Family Tree, depending on how your phone is set up. If we click on that, you can see it here. I want the Family Tree app. And the thing it brings up is if you have a pedigree chart, that's the first thing it brings up. It does bring it up if you have photos in it, which is really nice. And then you can see the different photos. If you click on these little arrows, it takes you back just as if you were looking at a pedigree chart. There's a little on the phone, there's 3 little lines up here. I believe on the iPhone it might be down here. But if we click on this, it brings up different tasks you can do using that app. It's really nice. You can look at tasks, you can look at temple, find a person. The fun one is relatives around me. If you do click on relatives around me and you have 3 or 4 other people in the room that have this app, they also can click on relatives around me. You have to be within 100 feet, and it will tell you if you guys are related at all.